Hey everyone, welcome back to Everyday Rita. So today is going to be meal prep with me. I am going to be doing turkey stuffed meatballs. They are good. I've made these a few times before, so I know that I like them. My husband likes them. They're healthy, they're quick, they're easy to make. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright you guys, I'm going to just start off with my essential things that I'm going to make these meatballs with first. I'm having garlic, so this is just minced garlic. I usually always have garlic powder or fresh garlic on hand, but right now we don't, so minced garlic. And then Worcestershire sauce, my favorite in mostly meatballs and burgers. I use this, and the Weber Gourmet Burger Seasoning. So using this, chili powder, black pepper. I diced some green onions. A fourth of a cup of panko crumbs. You probably could use more because I'm using about 2 pounds of meat, but I don't feel like it needs that much. So a fourth of a cup of the panko crumbs, 1 egg to just bind it all together, and then string cheese. So I already cut one. Every string cheese you have to get 10 slices out of it. So I'll show you kind of how I cut them up. So that's what we're going to do right now, so go ahead and just stick around. Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and cut up the string cheese. I'm going to leave one behind just because my goal is to get 50 meatballs, but I don't know if I'm going to get 50 meatballs. So I'm just going to start off with 40 just so I don't waste string cheese. So just go ahead and get your string cheese, line them up as best as you can, cut them in half, get a halfway point, and then you're going to want to get 5 slices out of them. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then again the same thing. So you're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this is 40 right here because I did 4. This one is my 5th one, so I'm trying to get 50 like I said, but we'll see. I just don't want to open one up and have raw meat touch it. So let me go get the ground turkey so we can assemble this whole thing together. Alright you guys, so here's my ground turkey. I of course ran out of gloves, so that's always fun. I like to wear gloves when I do meatballs just because it gets under my nails, which is not a fun thing to do, so I'm working with one glove. We'll see what we can do. Anyways, let's just go ahead and build this. So I like to kind of just create a little funnel in the middle, and that's where I go from. So I don't really measure anything, you guys. I just do it based off of preference. So a few splashes of Worcestershire sauce. Sorry, I'm going to open everything one-handed because that's the way I roll. For this one, again, just based off of preference. Chili powder. I actually could have put some sriracha on this because I'm kind of going for like a little bit of Asian flavor, but that's okay. So chili powder. It's a lot of meat, so just remember you want to season it up. And then pepper. If you guys notice, I'm not using any salt. So I don't cook with a lot of salt in my dishes normally. 1, because I don't really care for a lot of salt. 2, salt's not the greatest for you. And all these spices will definitely, for me, compensate for salt. So I'm going to go ahead and pour breadcrumbs. Egg. And then I need to get a spoon for my garlic. So I'll do about, I would say, a tablespoon. Alright, and then throw in your green onions. I'm going to attempt to mix this one-handed, you guys, just because I really don't want to get this under my nails. I am not a fan of trying to do that. So the way that I usually judge like if the meat is like seasoned enough is mostly by smell. So I kind of like smell it to see if it has like a nice aroma. If I feel like it has a great aroma, then I feel like, oh, it's like pretty seasoned. So, and also kind of color. So Obviously I put things in like Worcestershire sauce, chili powder, which is red and brown. If my color of my meat is still exactly the same, like no color change at all, then maybe I should put a little more. I mean, that's not always the case, but sometimes I kind of look at it that way. Alright, I think I'm doing a pretty good job one-handed, don't you think? I'm going to add just a little bit more Worcestershire because I like the flavor of Worcestershire sauce. Just a little more. And a little bit more of the burger. The burger one actually has on here, it'll tell you, I think it's like 1 or 2 teaspoons per pound. So this is 2 pounds, so it should be a total of 4 teaspoons. Again, I don't really measure. Lord have mercy. I don't really measure, so I just go with what I want. But I think I probably did about that much. I would say about that much for sure. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and let me just get all my pans and stuff ready in my assembly line because now I got to stuff these babies with cheese. So let me just get that going. Alright, you guys, so I have my meat here. I have a pan, like a sheet pan lined with foil and sprayed with coconut oil. You can use whatever you wish. Parchment paper would probably work just as good as well. I just wanted to use foil. So I use a cookie scooper to get just even, you know, amounts of meatball. I usually overfill it though, just because I don't like to even it out. I overfill it, but I still get, for the most part, really uniform meatballs out of it. So I believe this is a 1 teaspoon, I'm not too sure, 1 teaspoon, 1 tablespoon cookie scooper. So this is the size, you guys can kind of tell. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. So like I said, I overflow it a bit. I'm unfortunately going to have to use my hand now, but at least it won't get in my nails. So I kind of make the meatball first. I grab a cheese and I stick it in. You guys can see, hopefully. And then I just close it up, roll it back again. There you go. Plop it on. And you just, we're just going to keep going with the process. So stick around. Alright, so I have the meatballs in the oven. I forgot to tell you guys, I did it at 365 degrees. I actually started at 350, but I ended up increasing it to 365 just so they could cook, get a little bit more brown. So now I'm going to make some rice. I just use a rice cooker. I got this one from Costco. Works great. I'm going to do probably about 3 cups of this one. So for every cup, you do 1.5 cups of water. And I also add in frozen mixed vegetable and a dash of olive oil, and that's really all I put in there. And then I just press the one that says white rice, and that'll just go. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, you guys, so this is how it looks once it's in there. I have 3 cups of rice, 4.5 cups of water, a dash of olive oil, and some frozen mixed veggies. So that's that. Close it up and press white rice, and it's gonna do its thing. Alright everyone, so here is my rice. It is fully done. Once it starts beeping, I just like to mix it all around just so that way it fluffs up a little more. There are my turkey meatballs. Yes, cheese will ooze out. It's just inevitable. It always happens. One tip I do have for you guys, if you're using ground beef or meats with a little bit more fat, even ground turkey if it's like 10% fat, I do suggest cooking them more so like on a rack so the fat can drip on the bottom. I didn't do that, and I forgot this was 90%, 90-10 ground turkey, so there was a lot of fat that was like kind of around it. I usually get like 99 or 98%, so a lot less fat I usually use, but this is what I got today. So that's just a little tip. Also, I would have cooked this whole thing at 365 opposed to 350. I think a little bit higher temp browns them more. So just a little tip for you guys. So I'm just going to kind of show you how I serve them. I usually will just take about 1 cup of rice, just more so like a spoonful of rice. I did it where there's going to be, we're going to get 5 meatballs each. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I am serving this with, I cut up green onion and I put them in these little containers. So 1 of these and some sriracha. So let me just go ahead and do the other one and I'll show you guys how it looks. Guys, this is kind of how it looks. So 5 meatballs, the rice. My husband doesn't like sriracha, so he's just getting green onion. I like sriracha, so sriracha and green onion for me.
Okay everyone, so I hope you guys enjoyed that meal prep. I'm going to be doing a price breakdown for you guys if you're interested. So for the ground turkey, it was $1.99 a pound, and I bought a little over 2 pounds. So I'm going to go with $4.50 on this one, because 2 pounds would be $4, and I'm going to say about 50 cents over, because it was just a little bit over 2 pounds. So $4.50 for the ground turkey. Then I used about 50 cents worth of rice to make, it was 3 cups of rice, which was less than half of my bag, was way less than half a bag of the rice, which I bought the rice for I think $1.25, $1.50. So I'm gonna say about 50 cents worth of rice. And then, so that brings it to $5. And then I'm gonna say about 50 cents worth of ingredients like spices, the sauces I use, all the seasonings, the green onion, all of that. I'm gonna say another 50 cents. And then I'm gonna do one more 50 cents for the topping. So I'm gonna do additional green onion on the top like I showed you guys, and the sriracha that I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna say another 50 cents for that. So total about $6 to make this whole meal. Oh, and that's including like the egg I used. So I did factor all of that in because I only used 1 egg. So the whole thing is $6, and we're gonna get 8 meals because I tried to do 50 meatballs. If you guys, heard in the video, I was trying to do 50, but I only made it to 40 meatballs. So I did have a little, actually I went a little under 40. I think I had 38 meatballs. So if I do 5 a day for 4 days, that's, it's gonna be 40 meatballs. So one of the days I'll just have less or something. I'll just give myself 2 less. So I'm gonna go with 8 meals for this. So if you do 8 meals and it was $6 to make the whole meal, that is 75 cents a meal, you guys. So for 75 cents, you cannot get that anywhere. You can't even get that at McDonald's, Taco Bell, any fast food place, and this is much healthier. Plus, I paired it with strawberries and yogurt. Strawberries is about 37 cents. I would even say 25 cents because I got a whole package for $1. And if I split that 4 times, because I can at least get 4 servings out, that's 25 cents. Plus my yogurt I usually get for about 30 cents. So this whole meal is under $2, you guys. You can do it too, so just stay tuned and watch my next meal prep next Monday. Bye!